We made it through standard BRO, guys. Hey guys, it's Gingy Snaps, and like the intro suggested, with BRO finally done, I have finished my first event as a judge. And so this video is going to be me talking about kind of a quick talk about my experience as a judge and what I think more from the player perspective as to what I think needs to get touched in V premium format. So let's get right on into it. So judging my first event, obviously everyone was delightful. The fellow judges were delightful, super helpful. I would not have been able to do this without any of my fellow judges. Truly. Doing it over Discord, really nice. I don't know much about the player experience of this, but judging on Discord, it's really easy, especially in an online environment. Doing it via Battlefy is phenomenal. Once I got used to using Battlefy, it was really easy. Everyone was able to record efficiently. If people wanted to drop, that was also super simple. The first couple of rounds were, weird to navigate because people weren't necessarily familiar with how the table situation was going on in relation to Battlefy, but overall, I think it went super well, and all the players that came out, thank you for coming out. I got to judge for, Derek Dow, different fight, very briefly, but Derek Dow was the big one. And could I have done better? Yes. I'm not going to say that I was the absolute perfect judge. Was I vanilla in this instance? Yes, I was. But I have taken more knowledge in this one experience than I thought I was initially going to, and obviously that's really good. That's really good for me to know going into me wanting to judge another event. But the fact that my fellow judges were really helpful, and you, the players, were super delightful and really patient and understanding. Truly, thank you, all of you. Now let's get into the meat of this video. The Banlist predictions from the perspective of a judge. Now, from what I saw, we're really going to talk about 4 decks, and it's not going to be Maelstrom, obviously. But we're going to talk about Prisms, Gavrail, Luard, and Spectral Duke. And we'll get to, it's going to go in that order. So first off, Prisms and by proxy Bermuda, a lot of people are honkering on Lizelot or Aqua or Ellie or all 3 or, choice to strike them all. And even during the event, me and some other judges were talking about, those are the 3 problem cards. Together they are really strong. Those are 12 cards that are just really solid together. Me personally, Aqua's solid. Aqua's a really good card, especially on Highlander, but being able to bounce back the Lizelot so that you can use it next turn, really good. Lizelot being able to, fund Soul or to build the board, also really nice. Aqua being a free 20k shield, that's also really nice. Now, here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to act as if there weren't games that I saw or heard about where Prism had an 11 card hand and 5 of them are grade 2s, right? I'm not going to act like that situation doesn't exist. So between Aqua, Lizelot, and Ellie, I think the biggest menace, if anything, is probably Ellie, and that's probably a hot take, but the fact so if you have 1 in drop zone and then you have 3 in hand, that 1 automatically turns on the rest of the 3, and that's just 20k after 20k after 20k. Now, Does it have to be one at a time? Yes, but the fact where one card is still 20k guard, that isn't a trigger and is just continuously recycling itself, that seems really good, and it just kind of, obviously it is an on-hit, but the fact where it can just fish itself out, return to the hand, and then dump something, that's pretty good, or retire it, and then add something to hand. Either way, the fact where it's just a continuous 20k guard is really strong. If we're worried about, Aqua bouncing Lees a lot, we can just have Vert bounce back Lees a lot, or like, bounce back Aqua, The realistic choice that I can probably see happening is that, similar to Jumping Jill, Purple Trapezus, and Flying Periton, they just choice restrict the three of them. And that might happen, in all honesty. Now, how does this affect, like, Melody Plon? I'm not necessarily sure. I don't think that they're running Aqua. They might be running Lee's a lot again. But safe choice could just be Ellie, and then everyone just has access to Ellie without needing to worry about Lee's a lot or Aqua. Highlander, I think they're just going to keep Aqua because you're able to just keep recycling and using Q-Tire to help thin out your deck. Prisms, that's kind of the interesting bit. Either way, you are replacing 8 cards, so that would be an interesting route to see. So, what do I want? I think banning Ellie is what I would want more, but the more realistic and kind of neutral is probably just, if anything, choice restricting the three of them is what I can more see happening. Now we move on to Gavriel. This one's short and simple. I think Hamiel should, I honestly see Hamiel being banned. The fact where you can ride Hamiel in Gavriel and still make it out unscathed, really strong. I think Hamiel is the biggest contender because it forces the most problems. We all know this. It gets 15k in a crit, it says no sentinels, combined with, 3 damage checks of crits or heals between them. It just gets really big. It contests a Skull Dragon. I think on stream, a Hamiel was like 74 or 84, I think in the top 8 match. And, it gets out of hand. It gets out of hand really quickly. And, sure, Heal Guardians just came out, but, you stack enough crits on a Hamiel, it can be swinging in for 5 crit, a Heal Guardian's, sure, it'll bump it down to 3, but, that's still 3 damage you're taking before you hit grade 3, so, I think the easy answer is just, ban Hamiel. I don't really see too much else to talk about on that one. They could choice restrict, Gavriel or Hamiel, but I think the thing players would want more is just to see Hamiel gone, and then have and then have Gavriel players just kind of see what comes out of banning Hamiel, if that makes sense. Now Luard. Luard's really interesting to talk about. So, here's the thing, what do you hit in Luard? That's kind of the big question. You can choice restrict Apocalypse Bat or Murfessa, because Luard without Bat is, and if we include Murfessa, is a 3 attack to 4 attack deck, which, is fine. If you include Bat, it becomes a 5 attack deck, which is, with the amount of force markers Luard generates, I think that's kind of more where the issue lies. So, choice restricting Morfessa or Apocalypse Bat, or banning Bat, or banning Morfessa, I don't think you should ban Morfessa, but choice restricting Bat and Morfessa, or Bat and Luard or whatever, that's an idea. It's an idea. It's weird because then like, there's no one problem in Luard outside of, like, maybe those two. Like, the really sus move that you can do is, you can, like, semi-limit drag driver, but, like, that's stupid. Like, I admit that suggestion's stupid, but, like, the argument behind semi-limiting drag driver is the fact where, like, if you hit a drag card, you stride into drag driver, and then if you just do it again, then you achieve the 2 crit aspect of the grade 1s, but then it forces the Luard player to start recycling the drag driver. But that's stupid. I admit that's stupid. I'm getting ahead of you before y'all roast me in the comments. Semi-limiting drag driver is stupid. So, if anything, the problem cards being Morfessa or Bat, / Morfessa and Bat, I see being more problematic than anything else. So, yeah, I think choice restricting Bat and Morfessa is actually the smart route. So, maybe we'll see that one happen. And now we come to, Golds. We come to Spectral Duke. Here's the thing. What do you hit out of Gold Paladins? And if you say Percival, I want to point out that Prominence Core just came out. So I don't think that they're going to immediately ban, I don't think they're going to ban Percival. And I say Percival because, let's be honest, Percival's the problem card. It's the one that generates more Excel markers, and gets a free body on that Excel marker, or just any circle in general. And it's just overall, like, one of the best cards of, like, it is a staple of Gold Paladin. Now, obviously you can go with the Gurgit route. You can go, choice restrict, Gurgit and Percival. That seems counterintuitive because you then still acknowledge the fact that Percival is a problem card, but you're just keeping it around for a different flavor that can become a problem, if that makes sense. The fact that Prominence Core specifically lists Percival is why I don't think that they're going to ban Percival. It's tough because, like, the obvious answer is just ban Percival, because Aglavale, like, Aglaveil's fine, like, yes, it's a 19k to 24 to 29, obviously, if you're playing XL1. Like, at most, stereotypically, it's a 24k attacker that bounces back to hand, but you don't have, as far as I know, you don't have any way of bouncing back the Percival, where the Percival is like a one and done situation, whereas the Percival, you keep calling the Percival, and just keep fueling soul, go bop bop. But you could put it to 1. It's like, okay, sure. You can put Percival to 1. I think that still gets Prominence Core. I think it still accomplishes the Prominence Core player necessity, while also checking, Ezel, Duke, really the big one. And yeah. Limit Percival, or semi-limited. Semi-limit's strange, but I think definitely putting Percival to 1 is a solid choice. Now, why can't we put Ellie to 1? Because Ellie needs to work with Ellie. What are you gonna do? Put it to 2? That's kind of silly, but yeah. So those are my thoughts about the aftermath of the V Premium BRO. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Again, if you have any rulings question, feel free to let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.